Good afternoon, everybody. So I did the busy work today. We did get a lot of the base building adjustments done. There was a lot of work to do as far as improving our iron production, but also getting the last bits of our armor created and our new experimental Eagles crossbows. I've decided we are going to go ahead and move forward with these, and I hope it works out okay. I did go just put one person in the way and see roughly what it was like when they got shot. It wasn't too bad. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Hopefully, we don't get unlucky and kill somebody, but it really doesn't seem like it's going to be that bad. Obviously, as our toughness gets higher, it'll be better, but we wanted to equip the stronger crossbows. It's going to make for some killer gameplay. We're right now heading out to try and get our hands on some more science books. That's really all we're after. We need more ancient science books. We need more AI cores. And we're going to go to Crab Town and the surrounding areas looking for more science in general, as well as just seeing if the fishmen are gone, if we rid the entire coast of them, or if it's just Fishman Isle where we don't see them anymore. We are fully kitted out with the exception of the shirts. I started the horrendous process of making chainmail. I already regret it. The time it takes to build a chest plate is like 1.5 to 2 hours. The time it takes to make one single chainmail shirt or piece of chainmail, like one chainmail set, is 70 hours. Multiple days just to crank one out. It's insane. Even with our skill increase, it's still a full day pretty much to get a piece of armor. For instance, I only was able to get 2 of those made, which is just silly. But I think it's fair. It takes that long to make chainmail. Making chainmail is a ridiculous and arduous process. There's a reason it's extremely expensive and not something that just anybody could have. The kind of craftsmen that would make those things were nearly one of a kind. And in this kind of low science era, they really would be. So this will just give you guys an idea of what we're working with. We're going to keep ourselves on normal speed, and we're going to attack the slave mongers. And you can see 133, 75, even when we hit them in the armor, they're just getting dropped. We're hurting ourselves a decent amount sometimes, but for the most part, it's very little damage. If you look at, we've only really damaged ourselves. Looks like Shrike took a bad shot to the head, but overall, we're not really injuring ourselves with them much. When we do hit, it's usually glancing and doesn't do much damage. And we're just gonna hope it stays that way. Because as long as we can use these, we have such a wild advantage in range, accuracy, and the obscene damage that they can do. The ability to just put down enemies and make a big difference in the numbers really helps with the fact that we can only have 30 people. We did opt to put on actual armored boots, which I think the general idea that most people would say is that they aren't worth it. But my thought is that a little under half of our foot gets some extra resistance to harpoon damage. We're less likely to blow each other's legs off. We're less likely to injure each other's legs till we can't really run. And it just, the real kicker, the thing that basically made the decision for me, is how much better it looks as part of the uniform. Like this silver and white with red and black versus some sandals. and it makes it so the leg plates don't look like they're leaving most of your foot exposed. That's really what made me finally give in and change it up. Now, see, these are the bandits that normally you would use to beat you down to give yourself toughness. But one, I must have sat around forever just clicking on the ground and couldn't get them to knock me down just because it's not a bunch of them versus one of me. But the other problem was that they would just take all of our food, and then we're having to hunt, and then if we get knocked down again, we're out of food. It's just not worth it. We will go ahead and fight them, though, since they're here. Wipe them out. Alright, let's see if we can make some real progress without being interrupted again. But the long and short of it was, the armor looks better with real armored boots. We get to not damage each other's legs as much, and Eagle's crosses are sick. The range you can attack from is insane, especially with our crossbow and perception skills coming up. It's too good to turn down. So even from this kind of range, I think we're going to be able to land some shots on that guy. Skinner, what are you doing? I'll never understand how this happens. How there's always somebody missing a damn crossbow. Oh man, we gotta run all the way back. Are you serious? You know what, Skinner, you're running back on your own. This is punishment. Your dumbass left without a weapon. You get to get punished. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Leaving without your weapon. I blame you. We're gonna blame it solely on Skinner. It had nothing to do with me. We did also realize this is like 1 to 2 miles an hour difference in run speed and a 5% combat speed effect. It's just not that serious. It's probably less optimal than using the sandals, but it looks way cooler, so I went with it. And the crab shoes only block 25%, or they only cover 25% of the foot, and they don't look right with the samurai leg plates, so here we are. We've got our new uniform, we've got our new weapons. I did get a bunch of Edge 2 swords crafted, but first of all, didn't even remember everybody's crossbow. But I also didn't remember to swap out their weapons for, a little more damage. Let's see, Edge 1, 1.49. Edge 2, it's less than 9/10 of a damage. Or at least for the base damage rating. I wasn't going to sweat it. We'll get them switched out. I just wasn't going to worry about it and go back. But you can see how crazy devastating they are. The damage they do is really awesome. I love watching just a horde of enemies charging at us, and when we let that first volley go and half of them drop. It would have been sweet to have those against the Holy Nation. We might have been able to do things a little differently with some good positioning and using those things. But I really like how it turned out, attacking the Holy Nation with 30 animals. Sorry for the delay, but when you forget your weapon, you kind of have to run back and do the walk of shame. There's nobody else, right? It's just Skinner. did get the houses built for everybody, so this was one of the things I was working on at the start, towards the end of the stream, and now we actually have a place to live, an individual house for everyone. I can kind of stop by and show you. I haven't filled them all out yet because I wanted to put a little effort into it. We have like a makeshift bedroom with a nightstand, a cooking stove, a sink, a place to store your booze, and a place to store your shit. And then upstairs you have some outdoor dining and a little light there in case you need it. I kind of plan on doing roughly that with most of them, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, grab your crossbow, you idiot. It's all your fault, not mine. Okay. Skinner, go catch up with everybody else. You can't have my food, you're not fast enough to catch me, goodbye. Luckily the dust bandits can't run for shit. So we are still using mostly stolen chainmail and chain shirts. I do believe everybody is wearing one though, so that's something. I don't think I've put... Where's Spade? Yeah, I haven't put the 2 that I crafted, just because I don't have one for everyone yet. I didn't bother, but someday when I get all of those crafted, we'll be running around in full masterwork, including chainmail, but it's going to take forever to get everyone in masterwork chainmail. Like, the first thing I'm going to do is make the specialist level, put that on everyone, and then just keep grinding till I've got masterwork for everyone. But that'll just take time. The biggest concern I have right now as far as our squad is their completely terrible toughness. Like 40 at this point in the game just feels really low. And I think that's because we don't really lose fights. And if we were to lose fights outright against most of the enemies that are really a threat to us, they would probably just eat us, throw us in a peeler or something. Fogmen, you know, maybe it was a mistake to wipe out the Southern Hive so fast. They were kind of a balanced threat that would focus on beating us down before they try to steal us. I don't know. We're kind of looking for that somewhat challenging enemy that isn't also going to eat us. And I think that the United Cities might be what can really give that to us. The only downside being they'll take your damn shoes and they'll take your weapons. We really are just not about that life, trying to recraft this stuff. That sounds terrible. I even took apart my armor bench, so we're not doing all this again. I had to make room to do the chainmail, and it just takes so much time and effort. I was like, I'm gonna be crafting exclusively chainmail for like the rest of the playthrough. What are these guys? Dust bandits? This should be fun. Absolutely dropped. Absolutely dropped. This is why I love Eagle's Crosses. Oh, we... Oh, no. Okay, I thought we actually hit that guy. That would have been crazy. Alright, come on. Take me to the crags. What is going on here? I just want to check out the crags and see how my crab homies are doing, okay? Leave me alone. Beak thing. Is this an elder? He looks pretty big. No, you're just an adult. Correction, you're just raggedy. We took down that big thing before it even got anywhere near us. This is like the ultimate setup. If I were to install a mod that was a training mod, it would probably be not for this playthrough, but for a different one. It would probably be a toughness training mod, because it's just ridiculous trying to get our guys hurt enough to meaningfully impact their toughness, but also not have somebody get carried off, eaten, blended, or melted. It's hard finding a balance between challenge and risking someone dying, especially when you're trying to do a run where you don't save scum. You deal with whatever horrible things happen when something goes wrong. Come on, guys, just head on over there. It's just spiders. It'll be fine. We don't have any reason to really worry about spiders. We're not even gonna waste crossbow bolts on you, buddy. No, the robots don't want to fight us? Well, okay, fine. We don't want to fight you either. We're trying to go somewhere. There's always a lot of banter going anytime we travel for long distances. Somebody's got to give the Shek crap or the Flatskins crap. They can't ever just walk in peace. So this guy has really high stats. Maybe we can get some beatdown from him. No, let's not just blast him with crossbows without, getting mowed down and killed. I mean, we're really not even getting toughness. Getting hurt, beaten up, losing battles. And maybe this is the biggest problem we have, because we're really focused on our ranged capabilities throughout the game. Maybe that's why we're just not seeing the toughness come up. We're not taking as much damage. Even with the damage we do to ourselves, it's pretty minimal. That's the whole point. Try fighting some things with melee more. Keep the crossbows in our back pocket in case we feel like we're in real danger. Dude, what is this nonsense? Can you guys stay together a little bit? Looks like we took out a land bat. I need a pathway into the crags, guys. Let's go. And why'd only some of you go? Why are you traveling in such a weird pattern? Why are only some of you even going in the first place? What is this place? It's a random ruined town, huh? Alright. Look at these freaky things. These are land bats. Very gnarly, disturbing looking creature. Let's just head straight for Crab Town. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? Okay, so skeleton bandits, they're around where we are. They've got more attack, less defense. This could be a good fight for us. We did outnumber these guys by a decent bit, so we've got a big advantage there. Definitely seemed to get the better of that combat, a lot of which was just through our numbers. But the big issue is that we aren't taking a lot of damage. That's like the downside. And maybe we're going to have to do a lower armor run just to take some damage. Because we're still seeing, you know, toughness is only at 41, and he just barely hit that on scratch. Oh, I gotta go turn my phone off. It decided to go off in the middle of the stream. There we go. Oh no, why is that thing mad? I don't like the look of that. Why is that thing mad? We didn't do anything. That's crazy. Get away from me. We don't want anything to do with that. We'll deal with you from up here, sir. Who said that their arms messed up badly? Yeah, Benji took a nasty shot to his arm. Spade, double. Yeah, we are seeing us really hurt each other with these things. It may not be the wonderful solution I was hoping they would be. Anytime we're standing around too clumped up, it's not looking so hot. We are shooting this thing bloodless, though. This thing just does not want to go down. I was hoping maybe we could get it to bleed out, but it just keeps on coming. Eric's down. Oof. That didn't feel good. Leave us alone, you little bastard. Or you big bastard. I don't even know what we did to piss him off originally. He's starting to go critical at least. Measly Leviathan Pearl. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like this is going to work out too great if we're going to blow each other's brains out. Well, Eric, how did your toughness do with that? You're still in 40s. Scratch. Yeah, it's not looking so hot. We're probably going to switch back. I'm really glad I didn't end up destroying our old crossbows. I mean, just having 3 or 4 people get dropped by our own fire kind of proved what I was worried about happening could happen pretty easy. Now, if we were to make firing lines, it would be way safer, but that's just a whole lot of micro I didn't want to have to do. It's more fun just using the old World Mark II and waiting till we get a little more toughness before we do stuff like that. We want to get down into the crags and see if there's anything down there. The other thing we can look at doing is testing ourselves against the United Cities and seeing how that goes. Just kind of feeling it out at their slave camps. I don't know how far they'll be willing to go to come get their revenge on us, but it'd be interesting to see. But yeah, we really hurt ourselves already with those things. They're just so much damage and so dangerous. some kind of camp here. Ooh, okay. This looks like a reaver camp. I think I can work us into one long line. Run us up here. Put us on hold and ranged. Is anyone standing in front of anyone else? No. See, this is where these things can shine, is if you do take the time to make a firing line, they're not nearly as dangerous to us. I don't think I've seen us hit ourselves at all. And they've got the range, they've got the damage, the accuracy. It's crazy how effective they are. So we could use these to kind of focus on softening up our enemies from range. Looks like we can't quite hit that guy. And then what we can do is take ourselves off of range and hold. Push in with our blades. This should be pretty cool seeing this fight at night. Well, we took them out pretty easy. Looks like these camps could be Reaver camps, and then there's a place called Ark we can check out too. What do we have here? Yep, Reavers. Let's take it to them. We've got some of the biggest, feistiest Shek out there.
Oh. Oh.
This guy's tough. He's not wanting to go down. He's sitting there holding off all of us.
Oh.
Not really a big fan of that. Let's shoot him in the butt.
Oh.
Eric's gonna be out for a while, it looks like. Oh boy. So, you guys follow. You guys follow. You follow. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, except you're supposed to follow Moo, not Mew. What in the world? Not trade, follow. Oh boy, nobody knows who to follow on what. Let's try this again. You guys follow Hotlongs. You guys follow Soto. Hotlongs follows Moo. There we go. Soto, you go this way some more. Set everybody up for a long-ranged fight. See, with these things, we don't have to do too much. We really don't. They'll follow Soto. They'll follow Hotlongs. Hotlongs follows Moo. Soto, we're gonna run closer. We're even able to hit their gunners up there with the angle adjustment who are in a better spot than we are. Take everybody off of hold and ranged and push in. Because we softened them up quite a bit. Took out plenty of them. Now we'll come in here for the real fight. Because most of their numbers are just slaves. They're not that tough. It's only big guys like this you gotta look out for. It's just pure chaos in here with everyone just fighting who they can fight. Some of the slaves are just running back into their cages like, no, 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 not me, not me. What is this guy? Just a blooded reaver. Looks crazy though. I don't think we want to get bogged down too hard. Let's try and hold our ground here. We're still really seeing it come down to these guys in big heavy armor being the only ones that really matter. This is going to be one of the longer combats we've ever had just because they have such good fighters with singular stats. Let's get everybody together again. This is the one thing that I really miss. Again, I still completely think mods are the way to play. being able to finish people off is huge. That's how you get these infinite combats like that, is when you can't finish people off. You can't finish people off, they get knocked down, they get back up, they get knocked down, they get back up. You go on and on fighting forever, but you're not really getting anywhere. Like, Scratch's toughness stats still barely over 41%. We're not getting much out of this. Maybe we're getting some attack and defense training, maybe. We did finally get a pause in the action at least. But then somebody tried to go man that turret. Well, we've pretty well wiped out this one too. I mean, they've got some people who lived, but for the most part, they're completely defeated. Let's go check out art. See what's there. I'm guessing that's their base of operations, since it's the same kind of camp out in the same kind of area. We getting attacked? No. Doesn't look like it. My map spazzed out on me for a second. It is kind of a bummer we can't just free blast with these Eagles crosses. They're so good. But overall, we were more effective with the other one. But they can be used to just soften an enemy up from range if we're really picking our fight. But they're definitely not just a carry-around weapon yet. So many Reavers. I don't think we really want to go up those stairs. I'd like to lure them out into a fight. That'd be much better. I'm gonna have Soto come scout this place out, see what it's really like. Oh my shit. Valamon, 95 attack, 81 defense. Oh boy. Look at all of these Reavers that are better statted than we are. This is going to be interesting. looks like they're coming for us. Old ranged. Kerpow. Except for Mew, whose arm don't work so good. It does seem like we took out a good number of them, but nowhere near as many as we would need for it to matter. I mean, what we don't want to happen is for us to start having a lot of people go down. And we really don't want to see anyone getting shot so bad they can't fight. Goodness. Let's get out of here, no way. We stumbled across a new kind of bandit. We gotta get rid of these fuckers. If we can. That did seem like a lot of fuckers, though. Yeah, it seems like we made pretty quick work of everybody. We even took down Valamon, which is crazy to me. Meitu longsword. He had some masterwork stuff. Hack stopper pants, huh? Dodge and stealth, but no dexterity. Dexterity penalty. What does he have a bounty with? United Cities? We'll take that. Let's get everybody together. Yeah, we took on Valamon just fine. I would have thought his superior skill would have been a bigger issue, but I guess he just doesn't do the kind of damage that we need to be worried about. Speaking of Valamon, though, who's carrying him? Let's get out of there. It's getting a little too back and forth. Alright, somebody's got that guy over their shoulder. So you streak. No. Where'd he go? Max, you got him. Don't want him spoiling before we can turn him in for our money. There's also a settlement here, and we haven't hit the crags. United City is so far away, too. We'll get there eventually. We can carry him for a while. Ooh, we're running low on food? Really? Alrighty then. What do we have here? Skeleton bandits, huh? we have a pretty good chance at winning most fights. I really want to tempt going to this onerous dark, but I just don't think we're gonna run into too many of those guys, and then they're just gonna pick someone up and go peel them while we're busy fighting the rest of them. But it does look like most guys we run into right now aren't gonna be a problem. We're off to see Crab Town, boys and girls. We're gonna see if we really did get rid of those fish people for good. Randomly get some crab raiders to join us. I don't see any fishmen, and there's normally a pile of them by now. Yeah, this is the hill. Normally you would see an absolute crazy amount of fishmen attacking this spot. Unless I'm mistaken, this is where I first started seeing just hordes of them. Not trying to make you dizzy here, I'm just trying to see where the heck we're going. So there's some wild crabs that look like they may want to attack us. Scavengers. We'll take out some scavengers. Yeah, it looks like those crabs are on our side, not against us. At first it looked like they were trying to attack us. Something's out to get us, though. More scavengers, it looks like. Keep heading to Crab Town. We need to get some food. We should be able to buy that there, though. Guys, what are you doing? Just go to Crab Town. That did not provide enough food. We're gonna have to go hunting. We don't have a lot of time, so hopefully going up the beach we'll run into some animals we can hunt. Because our first squad's getting very hungry. We traveled way too far with way too little food. Really unfortunate they're getting hungry. That's not going to work well for us. And we can't go just attacking crabs. I'm pretty sure that'll tick off the crab people, especially if they see us. Come on, guys. It does look like there's a big nest here. They're hostile. That's on them. We're about to have dinner. Oh yeah, we are absolutely about to have dinner. This will get everybody fed. We'll come down here, hunt some crab and beet things, get everybody nice and full. Best thing about a strong team, we're able to just go hunting if we have to. Let's make sure Squad 2 is getting plenty of food too. Squad 1, it was peace. might be a little overkill, but we really don't want to run out of food. That's kind of the worst thing ever. Looks like as long as the crab started it, the crab raiders don't really care if we're eating crab meat. There we go. Everybody was starting to get really hungry. Had to do a quick little hunt. Didn't take too much though. Now we can get back on the move. So we have pretty much confirmed, I would say, there's no fish people here. So now it's just time to hit the crags and see if there's any science for us to pick up. It's pretty cool seeing that the fish people are just gone. I didn't know that they would disappear from like the crab raider area as well. It's kind of good, kind of bad, because they were a great enemy for us to fight, especially up here, because I don't think they'll carry you away up here, but it is what it is. No, guys. We do not want to split up. Looks like for the most part everyone's healed up pretty nicely too. There's a tower there. I wonder what the tower is. Did we check the tower already? Oh yeah. We don't want to deal with the tower. We're not gonna do the tower. I don't remember what it is. I just remember it's horrible, and I've died to it a lot. And I am not dying after all the time and effort I put into this run. I have no intention of going into anything too scary and too dangerous. Not on purpose, at least. It does look like we found something, though. There's something down there. Oh, there's several robot spiders. I'm okay with fighting them, but I don't want to get stuck with everybody in there unable to get up if we don't do the best against these guys. Our armor is doing work here. You're seeing all those minus 90s. That's 90 less damage we're taking from them than we would have. These guys hurt. Well, get out of the acid water then, goobers. If it's so bad, what are you doing hanging out in it, you know? Oh, that wasn't too bad. We took them down pretty easily. We didn't bring our maps with us, though. And I'm not sure there's any place left to get AI cores except the really, really big, bad, scary place. This is considered an armory, so we're not going to get anything too good out of this. Not honestly. We're going to need to go to places like the Iron Trail, the Forbidden Isle. That's where we're going to find our AI cores. So we're close enough. We could head up to the Forbidden Isle and see how that goes. We may as well. Not a bad sword to sell for money, but yeah, again, it looks like we're not going to find much here. Usually there's not a ton of science books or anything at an armory. Whoa! Oh, that was the one more spider, okay. Well, that was kind of lackluster as far as what we got out of it. A Katoon one, Falling Sun, like that's nothing. We got better than that in our trash closet at home. Let's just get away from these damn robot spiders. Make sure we didn't accidentally leave anybody, and we will head up to the Forbidden Isle. Why not? We'll do... We did get a map that went clear up to the Iron Trail. But I'm gonna guess the Forbidden Isle being another peninsula, there's at least a good chance there's something hidden up there, and if we don't find something, we'll wrap up and then make our way back to base. We'll probably swap out these eagle crossbows. We are not really ready to use those for our everyday carry. We were really, really injuring each other. And if we do that and someone's limb is already really injured, we're looking at taking off their limbs ourselves. And that's kind of what I figured would happen, but you saw just how strong they are. If we can get to where our toughness is high enough that the damage is negligible, it'll be incredible. You know, come to think of it, though, the Fish Isle could be a pretty sweet place to set up shop. Yeah, Fishman Island, since there's nobody there now, that might actually be a thing. Max, do you still have that guy? Yep, we still got him. Just gonna hold on to you for a while, buddy. It does look like there's a string of islands too. I'm always curious about setting up bases on those edges like that. And a little curious about Bast as well. There's some kind of camp over here. Grass pirate, we'll definitely take all of them out. What is this? This looks like a big old nothing. Ah, it is a town. Let's go knock and see if anybody's home, huh? Nobody here, that's so strange. Just a little abandoned reaver camp. Or maybe because we have Valamon, that's why it's such a dump. Because we captured him. You hear a big fight going on over here. Looks like scavengers versus grass pirates. Not anything we're terribly interested in. They're gonna kill each other, they're just doing our work for us. We'll take that. Some kind of village over here. This is Dead Cat? Why is the gate locked? Maybe they just lock it after nighttime? I don't really want to try and break in. It's weird that they're keeping the place locked up like that, though. But out here, I guess that would make sense, you know? You don't want to just leave your gate open. We don't leave ours open. Not gonna break in there and start a fight with them over that. I'm seeing mechanical spiders already. Oh, I think I remember what this place is. Might have to do a little micro here. Yep, factory. Oh boy. Whoa, what's attacking us. Can't even see. Spider Foreman. Okay. Well, if you want to attack us, attack us. Hotlongs, where are you going? Like, what in the world was that? He's gonna whoop us down with a pole. We're landing some hits on him. He's beating us down with a friggin' pole. Brought his spider friend for backup. It is crazy to think the amount of damage we would be taking if we didn't have this armor on. But if we weren't worried about using our crossbows, he'd already be on the ground right now. It's pretty cool watching him use that thing to just whoop our ass. I don't even know why he attacked. We just showed up and he went aggressive. I guess they're just hostile like most of the robots. Oh wow, Stubbs is out. He put him on the ground. Let's let somebody else get in there, Stubbs. You're pretty beat up. Wow. Stubbs, you don't have to push in ahead of everybody else and get your ass beat again. Same with you, Max. Hang out in the back and watch the show. Stubbs, let it go. Hold back. Sheesh. That is pretty much all our blood, because he's sitting here he'll drop not blood. Hey, Little, go ahead and loot that thing so it's dead. Infinite Wing Wang got some toughness out of that. Can't believe how well this guy is just standing up to all of us. I guess having the 200 health on different arms goes a long way. Like his chest would be almost down, same with his stomach. But it's the toughness of 72 and that attack of 96 that's just letting him pummel us. And that he gets to hit more than one of us. Man, he beat the brakes off of us. nasty ass pole of yours. He keeps that pole on him. Maybe we don't want Infinite Wing Wang carrying him though, since he's already beat to hell. Who picked him up? Was it Hotlongs? Okay. Ooh, you know what? We might be able to talk to him since we took him as a prisoner. That would be pretty cool. Now the question is, how loaded with hostile spiders is this place? We got 1, 2. Not a crazy amount. Just a lot. No, guys, I really didn't want you coming up here. We're gonna have everybody move at their own pace. And we're gonna have somebody pick up Crumblejohn. So we really need to figure out who's still healthy. Didn't really get in on that fight. Are we done now? Fucking robots. Oh no! Everyone who's not hurt is down there getting absolutely dunked on. Or everyone who was hurt is down here getting absolutely dunked on. The robot backup, man. Well, we wanted a tough fight where we wouldn't necessarily get eaten. I'd say this will qualify. Just want to make sure we're looting these bad boys. let's go upstairs. We looted the spiders, so they should stay down. That was a rough fight. Got some tools. More tools. Okay, that's not us fighting. I saw somebody fighting. I was like, oh no. Okay, we got an AI core. That's one of the things we really wanted. Some engineering research, ancient science book. Not bad. I was hoping it'd be more than just that, though. That isn't that much. But it's something. An AI core is nothing to sneeze at. Two. One in the minor chest. Okay, you know what? You got me. There's plenty here. That's fantastic. Now we gotta make sure there's no containers we didn't skip. Are there any little chests that I missed? Can't skip anything now. Sheesh. 3 AI cores is absolutely amazing. Well, that's probably a great place to wrap it up. We were able to come down here and investigate the Forbidden Isle, and we found the spider factory. We were able to scoop up a spider foreman that we're going to imprison and see if we can talk to. We took out the leader of the Reavers, and we've just generally kicked some ass today. We kicked our own ass a lot with these Eagle Crosses. I was right, and we are not ready for them. We're going to head back home, drop the science off, see if we can do some research, and we're going to swap back out to those Old World Bow Mark IIs. We'll come back to the Eagles Cross. We'll get there, but our toughness is just not there. Even looking at Hotlongs, her toughness is at 72. Soto's is at 59. We're going to have to find ways to raise their toughness. I'm going to see what I can figure out. But until then, we'll just go back to using the bows we were using. They last longer. They take up less space. Like the ammo lasts for way more shots. These are only 10 shots. And each of those smaller bolts is 30 shots. So we run out of ammo a lot slower and we don't blow each other's arms off. So we'll wrap up here. This is our modless playthrough of Kenshi. Like obviously we have the UI mods, but nothing about the combat shops has been changed. We're currently just trying to finish out our science research. Once we finish that, the idea is to we've got to find some fights without it feeling like we're just running around looking for trouble, and get our toughness up so we can use these Eagle Crosses as our main weapon for ranged attack. Or we stick to doing melee and only use those when we know we're going to have a really big fight. Maybe that's the answer, and that'll let us get our toughness up. But I'm going to look around for some enemies that won't eat us, that we can get our butts kicked by and survive.